I don't want to tell you a joke. I don't want to tell you anything at all. But you know the problem with me? I never could keep my big mouth shut.
It's an ad for Nepenthe. It reads, "Quaff, oh quaff, this fine Nepenthe. Win a bottle today at the shooting gallery." It says not all attractions are suitable to all ages. Visitors are encouraged to exercise judgment. Pretty vague as warnings go. Hello?
Leave me alone. I already told you a joke.
Wait!
Goodbye, my love.
She's gone.
Not gone, Clarent. Nearly dead. Again and again she comes to this well, to weep and leap at the sound of the shriek. Which of you will save the other?
It's a long way down, but I could give it a shot.
Listen, the thing you have to understand is, this is all your fault. You miss all the obvious signs. You let everything slip through your fingers. And you're no good at fixing things. That's why she's dead. That's why you're here. Right? Anyway, I'll call again later. But if you need help, and you will need help, please hang up and press 0 to dial your operator.
Wait! He sounded just like me.
Sticks and stones will make me grow, but words will never move me.
What happened?
Not this again. Here's one for you. Man sitting in his doctor's office. Doc says, "And now here's the good news." Man says, "Doc, you didn't even tell me the bad news." Doc says, "Not this again." That's not funny. That's not funny.
All right, I'll talk.
So, who or what are you?
I just am. Because I think.
Really? What are you?
A raven, lunatic.
Are you sure you're not a crow?
Look, I may be unkind, but I'm not murderous. And I croak rather than caw. Plus, I fly in a pair, not in a flock. Raven. Definitely Raven.
Where are we?
Baked in a pie, I guess.
Do you just sit there, watching every time that woman kills herself?
Aw, don't get so bent out of shape. That little slip and fall didn't do her any harm.
But she killed herself.
Don't take it so literally, boss. Believe me, if she were dead, I'd be eating her eyes. As you might have noticed, death is different here. Puts a poor Raven out of work, I'll tell you that.
What did you mean? Death?
It means I'll not carry in comfort down there, feast on thee.
Goodbye. Pretty long way down.
Hey, that's an old Raven trick. Trying to float her body up to where you can get it, huh? Won't work. Believe me, I've tried it. There's no water down there. Just roots and darkness.
Hello? Hello? I guess I need to put in a quarter. I already have her picture in my mind. These roots are supporting an unnatural bridge. Pick either direction, but definitely go left, I guess. It's too far off. The hole's just big enough to reach through. Got it. Sure is heavier than it looked.
Step right up, step right up! Win yourself a bottle of Nepenthe, the brew that puts a bullet in all your bad thoughts.
There's no latch, and the edges are too tight for me to pull it off with just my fingers. It's locked.
10 hits gets you one hit, and one hit's all it takes to bring blessed sleep. Oh, so close. Try again,
Guess I
try
need to shoot the
again.
heads when they light up.
Who's there? Did you scare off those nice dove? Come closer. Let me hear.
Sticks and stones will make me groan.
Yeah, I've heard it before. It's an empty bird bed.
It had water once, but the deeper he drinks, the dimmer grows the mind of many a man.
There's nothing on them but nonsense. His eyes, they're gone.
But my ears are just fine, stranger.
Who are you?
I'm afraid I don't rightly know. I'm just an old fool who can hardly remember what he's read, much less who he is. I do recall a book that said, "Each is his own judge." That might just have to do.
Can't you just tell me who you are?
Seldom do those who are silent make mistakes, so I think I'd best hold my tongue.
Can you at least tell me your name?
Well, I remember the name Fimble Famby, but whether it's mine or yours, or both of ours, I can't quite say.
Where are we?
I wish I could tell you. The man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. I read that once, I think.
What are you writing?
The same things I've written 1,000 times before. After all, an act can lose meaning if you do it often enough.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
No sickness is worse to one who is wise than to lack the longed-for love.
But who was she?
Who are we to rob each other of our forgetfulness? After all, it's written somewhere that the learned man whose lore is deep is seldom happy at heart.
I keep hearing a terrible shriek. What is it?
The dark thing.
What is the dark thing?
A shadow locked away up there, festering. Some boils are better left unlanced.
How can I reach the dark thing?
A word leads to a word, a deed to a deed. For silver he speaks, is wisdom worth gold. I read that once, or maybe I wrote it. I suppose it doesn't much matter, one way or the other.
What happened to your eyes?
I fed them to a raven. He said it would bring me wisdom.
Did it work? Are you wiser?
Oh, yes, indeed. I learned that to be blind is better than to burn on a pyre, and that it is easier to be rid of your eyes than the vision that offended you.
Why's that bird bath empty?
Once it was filled with fresh well water, as cool and clear as a sound mind, but doves and ravens would much rather bathe in dust. Maybe they can't abide their reflections either.
Did you mention doves?
Yes, I feed them as they flutter by. I find it soothes my mind. Are they here?
Do you mean that crow?
Raven.
No, I mean the doves. It was the raven who told me of them. Are they here?
I think the raven lied.
Well, what difference does it make to a blind man?
About the doves.
Are they here?
Sure they're here.
Ah, then let me find a crust of bread.
Phone call.
A scrap of meat.
I'd rather think of it as bread for the doves.
Let me line.
My claw!
Did you say claws?
I don't need his note. I don't need a noose. I wonder how it got there.
You were the one who tied it there. Tried hanging yourself. Did it make you any wiser?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
That's why I write things down, you know. So as not to remember.
Don't you mean to forget?
Yes, I do mean to forget.
It's not much. A huge furnace with 83 painted on it.
That is my name, 83.
What are you?
I am the fire that burns the impure.
What's that anvil for?
Like the bear that licks its cub into shape with a tongue of fire, I forge from ore upon the anvil whatever thing I wish.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
The bellows gasped on the day she was made.
But who was she?
A flawed thing that fire could not save.
What can you tell me about the dark thing?
It should have been burnt away, but the fire did no more than shrink it for a time.
Can you make something for me?
I can make anything. Bring me a work order and lay your metal up.
I really need you to make me something.
You can bring me an order, or you can burn.
Make me something!
I will make you ash.
I've got...
Crow's flying along. Sees a crab eating some lady. Crow squawks, "What are you doing? She's not even dead yet." Crab scuttles off. Next day, Crow's flying along, sees the crabs at it again. "I thought I told you to scram," he says. Crab says, "Take another look." Crow looks at the lady and just says, "Carry on." Get it?
It's not up. What the? Ah! That's it! That shadow! That's what's making that sound. That's what's killing her. I have to destroy it. It's not operating.
See, this isn't our first ride on the merry-go-round. And even though I can't hear you, I'll always know what you need. You need her. What's killing her? Can you stop it? Can you even face it?
What can you tell me about the dark thing?
I'm a raven, not a rat. Go ask somebody else.
Goodbye.
Nah, I smell a rat.
This could be useful.
Easter. My beak.
Beak?
Seizures.
It's locked.
Step right up. Step right up.
I imagine.
Oh, so close. Try again. Try again.
The edges are too tight for me to pull it up. I need to put in a quarter.
First, lay a worthy ore upon the anvil.
Sliding the spike into the hole might give me enough leverage to pop it open. There we go. Better leave them here.
Step right up. Step right up.
A metal spike's not going to help with that.
Please!
The game seems to have turned.
Now you're wondering, am I losing my mind? No, you're finding it. You've hidden a hard grain of truth beneath smooth layers of lies. A masquerade of metaphors. Here's a metaphor for you. Your mind is a matryoshka. It's just you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And we're here to open you up.
So, could I have some more, bread for the doves?
Myths.
and knock out Marinade. I need to put...
To make fitting claws will take... Now, step away. Behold the beak, fit for one who would carve and cut.
It was stuffed with quarters?
Please help!
Stop! I need to put in a quarter.
I am Murmur the Magnificent, great giver of counsel. What was, what is, and what will be are all mine to draw from the deck of your life. For what you've paid, we may speak of cards, and hear what suits the fates. What would you know?
My past.
I will tell you the figures. You will tell me the cards. And they will show us their truth. Let us begin. I see you, Querent. What card do you make of the man you were?
The Hanged Man.
Ever wanting wisdom, never knowing where to find it, stuck in time as a sacrifice to himself. A fitting choice. And what is the card for where he was?
The world.
The final card in the deck. That last, perfect moment. The Holy Union with the Sacred Woman. A sound selection. And tell me, what card will we lay for her?
The Lovers.
Yet it marks not love, Querent, but sacrifice. And a change the heart must embrace. And so we have your cards. The Hanged Man. The World. The Lovers. What shall we make of them? A man who stands blithe and blind upon the very cusp of change, failing to heed a woman's flesh and blood, while making an idol of her. That, Querent, is what was.
Idle offer.
I am Murmur the Magnificent. What would you know?
My past.
And you know A man failing that.
Did you say something about an idle offer?
No, that animatronic card sharp did. Or did he say idle afar? The trouble with prophecies is the words have always got a double meaning.
Goodbye. His eyes looked happy. What an idiot. Some carny left himself a to-do list taped to the wall in here. Too many winners. Turn up the skull speed. Shut down MOTD. Starfish keeps spitting acid on get. Find something for Ozzy to chew on. Beware of dog. Thanks, guys.
Hey, stranger.
Shh, we're supposed to be men.
Who are you?
Well, we're sure not Valkyries. Don't let that sign confuse you.
And we're not fates, neither, just 'cause there's 3 of us.
That's more Murmur's thing.
We're not weird sisters, even if we are strange. After all, you're strangers still.
Okay, you've said who you're not, but who are you?
Just think of us as fragments.
Figments.
Pigments.
Ugh.
What? We're here to add color, aren't we?
Do you have names?
The 3 Musketeers!
Ugh.
Look, I'm sure you mean well, but everybody knows not to give their name to a stranger.
What's with the masks?
Everyone wears them.
You've got one too!
What?
We all have a role to play.
And in this story, there's only room for one woman.
That's why we've gotta be guys.
What do you mean I'm wearing a mask?
Oh, come on, stranger. You don't really think you escaped from some sanitarium sporting a retro straitjacket and movie star stubble?
We all dress our best to fit what we think the world wants.
And in a strange land, it suits a man to be estranged.
I met an old scribe under a tree.
Ugh, he's the worst. His handwriting's terrible. I wanted A3 to make me a gaggle of bagels. And you don't even want to guess what I wound up with when I showed him the note that old man wrote.
What can you tell me about Murmur?
He's got a head for prophecies.
There was a golden-haired woman who...
The woman.
There's only one of them in your story.
We won't judge.
Can you tell me anything about her?
She's trying to save you.
You need to find her.
You're kind of a Hansel in distress.
Where can I find her?
Up.
Up.
And away.
Where am I?
Well, stranger, I have a feeling you're not in Kansas anymore.
Ugh, come on. Enough with the one-liners.
Fine, you're at wit's end.
Just cut the poor guy a break.
All right then, we'll call it the breaking point.
Don't let that old crab get you down. Remember what they say. Home is where the heart is.
Do you know anything about the dark thing?
I'm scared of the dark.
While I wait for the dusk.
You'll find out soon enough.
What's under the mask?
Nothing.
Legends say it's death to gaze upon a masker, unmasked.
But I bet you don't pay attention to foolish gossip like that.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear under here. Get it?
Ugh.
Can I look under your mask?
Can't say we didn't warn him.
Nothing. Absolute nothing.
Kid staring at heaven when suddenly there's this stabbing pain in his eye. Can't stop himself from crying. And everywhere he looks, everything's ugly, dirty, and dark. Kid runs to the doctor and the doc checks him out. Doc says, "Well, Kai, problem is you've got a little shard in there." Kai looks at him and says, "But Doc, you've got a whole mirror in yours."
Maybe it's a... Well, it was worth a try.
Stop me if you've heard this one. Man drags himself into his shrink's office. Says, "Doc, I got this bad feeling. My wife thinks all I do is dwell on the bad stuff and complain." Shrink says to herself, "Why'd I ever go and marry my patient?" The ride of the Valkyrie is currently closed for want of worthy riders.
What?
In the future,
What did
the
I
ride will
see
return.
under there?
You
Should
saw the reason why
circumstances call
everyone
for
wears
it.
masks. I promise we won't ask to look under yours.
What's the deal with that Valkyrie ride?
The ride of the Valkyrie.
A one-way ticket up.
But where's the coaster car?
Haven't you ever heard of calling a ride?
I can really just call the Valkyrie?
Why, so can I, or so can any man. But will it come when you do call for it?
You know you can't call her unless you have her number.
And we can't help you there.
Goodbye.
Yep.
A 25-cent deposit is required to make this call. Please hang up, deposit 25 cents, and make your call again.
That couldn't work.
time to spend a quarter and learn your fortune from Murmur.
I am Murmur. What would you? We will now speak of once more what
The hermit.
holding a lamp to see and a staff to walk, but looking only inward, seeking only himself. The card suits you. Which one suits that ride? That Valkyrie, which promises to bear you up to where the great battle awaits.
Strength.
One who tames the bitter beast, bearing both pain and peril, like the woman in white. It will do. There is but one more now. The dark thing that lurks above. What is it?
It's the devil.
Yes. There he sits upon his throne. Man and woman bound before him, but only loosely. It is merely a matter of shedding their chains. So then, what have we? The hermit. Strength. The devil. You will call for 3, 110, 1. 3. And from among the dead, you will be taken, to be born and reborn, to rise, to fall, and rise again, until you find your way. That, Querent, is what will be.
Call! Call!
Did you say
No, he said it. Call 4-3 something something.
goodbye?
When Murmur told your future, the words he used were numbers. A phone number. Remember how the masqueraders told you to call for a ride? Well, now you've got the number. You can't figure out the number to call. Have you asked the Raven? Riddle decide.
I have nothing.
Fine. Idiot call 4-3. 4-3. Wanton 1. 110. 1. 3. 3. Got it. 431. 1013.
Would you ride the swaying road to heaven?
I guess so?
Are you grown enough to bear the strain?
Yes?
Then on wind and through cloud shall thunder the 3.
Good luck!
Please, help me.
Dark thing! You are going to die, and she is going to live. Do you hear me? Just looking at it is agony. I need to kill it. No need to cut. I can't reach it through the bars. I don't need the... It'll take more than... I'm coming for you.
So, some lady goes to see the doctor. Says, Doc, I feel like there's a monster that's eating me alive. Doc says, come on, lady, it's all in your head!
Querent. Now the devil is loosed. Your lover is caged. And you, like a fool, are bound to the cycle, the circle, the wheel. You will wear yourself to nothing on this journey to nowhere unless you fly free. You need fire and spirit and golden wings and a Valkyrie to set you on the right road. Go to her! Go to her now!
This is what I meant when I said you only make things worse. You're the one who opened the cage, but everyone else is going to suffer. It's not going to stop with Murmur. It's not even going to stop with her.
Valkyrie! Valkyrie!
You said death was different. But what about Murmur?
Guess it was his time to go.
Goodbye. There's nothing I can do for him. I need you to make...
Did I not give you the beak? A blade that cuts deep? Did I not make that word to order, as I swore? Trouble me no more with begging, and wield what you were given.
Goodbye.
You have said... Behold the claws, fit for one who would grasp and clutch.
Actually, maybe just this once, I'll leave it there. Well, if I have to take it, I can still just leave it closed up. I have nothing. I guess I hit that branch on the way down. It's tied. Bread, please. The dark thing, it destroyed Murmur.
The fool feels he'll live forever if the fight he faces not. But woes grow worse with aid than all the spears that spared him.
Goodbye.
Joy to him who has understood. Delight to those who have listened.
Childhood.
There! Huh. It seems like it's grown long.
Life always gives you a rope long enough to hang yourself, and then some.
That part at the base looks ready to break. Not a bad grapple, if I do say so myself. Been there. That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Specialist.
The knife's not sharp enough to cut through the... I've got nothing against that.
Fire!
Not now. The grapple's hooked onto something down there. The knife isn't strong enough to break through the shell. It's like something's trying to get out. They must be... What's it doing? No!
That doesn't look good.
You have to help me kill the dark thing.
Masks don't make us heroes.
That's not our job in this story.
We're really just the peanut gallery.
The chorus.
Strophe.
Antistrophe.
And epode.
Chorus girls.
No, we're supposed to be guys.
Well, whatever we are, we're not mentors.
So, look for help somewhere else.
What did the dark thing do to the...
It snuffed the spirit lamps.
Without spirits, the Valkyrie has no reason to ride.
You must find a way to kindle them again.
What exactly am I doing with those lamps?
Giving the old girl something to carry up.
What exactly am I doing?
Giving the old...
Goodbye. Let's see what the dark... It's... Been there. No need to cut. It would burn right up. It needs some fuel that would last longer. That's... Been there. Not now. Not now.
Welcome to the mysteries of the deep.
Not now.
Home of the luminous stream maid, the vitriolic sea star, and the oleaginous black swan.
Here goes nothing. Ha! I prefer my gates unelectrified.
Come in! Read the plaques, play with the freaks, and plumb the mysteries of the deep.
I can't imagine things getting much more mysterious than they already are. But let's go see what they've got. I touch it, it's ruined. In for a penny? It's going to be hard enough already to get my hands clean. Black swan? It doesn't look much like a swan to me. That's a lot of buttons.
to me.
You said they did something to you. Who are they?
I don't know. I can't remember. There was metal and lights, and there were men speaking. Their voices are cold and distant. I don't understand the words. And then they're hurting me. And I hear them say, "This will help." People like that sign their handiwork. If you want their names, I'm sure you can find them.
Do you know anything about the Dark Thing?
They took my sight. For me, everything is dark.
There was a golden-haired woman.
I was a woman once.
But I'm trying to help another woman.
They said they were helping me, but now I'm gone. Maybe she's gone too.
Who are you? What are you?
I don't know. I don't know. This isn't me. I don't feel right. I can't think right. There are things in my head that aren't memories, and when I try to remember, it's like my mind is full of steel wool.
Believe me, I know how you feel.
No. You have no idea.
You said that there's something in your mind that isn't memories. What did you mean?
I don't know. I don't understand. It's like someone carved his thoughts into my mind.
Carved what thoughts?
I know about metal. I know how to make it bend to my will. How to fill it with my own pain until it has the power to hurt, to cut, to kill.
I need a weapon to kill the Dark Thing.
Of course you do. What did you have in mind?
Can't you just make me a weapon?
Bring me what it is you want.
Can't you just...
Bring me.
Goodbye. My dagger. Can you make it sharper? Stronger?
Oh, yes. As sharp as tragedy. As strong as despair. But when a woman from the water gives you a blade, she always begs a boon. Are you ready to pay the price?
Yep.
My name. I want my name. Then my pain will hone you an edge that will cut right to the heart.
Marthisterius glacialis insolitus. Talk about a mouthful. Known for its irritability and powerful gastric acid. My head. It's like something's in here.
I slip my gut between the valves and feed till my foe is hollowed out. Weakness, revulsion, embarrassment. When the great sickness strikes, I will waste away into white muck. Ashes, dust, clay. Each limb light from dark. Colors? Happy. Scribe. I slip my gut between the valves and revulsion, embarrassment. When the great sickness strikes, I will waste away into white muck. Skunk, unclean.
I don't need the tar.
Each limb ends in an eye that separates light from dark. God, create beginning. The sea. Soft, common, weak. Beneath the summer sun we throng, and fling our spawn to speckle the sea with white. Aftermath, barren, extinct. I slip my gut between the valves and feed till my weakness, revulsion, embarrassment. I slip. Weakness, revulsion, embarrassment. Beneath the summer sun we. Aftermath, barren, extinct. I am and act. Mock, stupid, weak. When the great sickness strikes, vanish, transmute, escape. There are wicked prison symbol beneath the summer sun. Aftermath, barren, extinct. Each limb ends in inferior, simple contempt. I slip my gut between weakness, revulsion, embarrassment.
That was unpleasant.
Hero goes to his goddess and says, "There's this monster that's so horrible, if I look at it, I'll die. Please," he says, "give me something to help." Goddess gives him a shield so smooth it can reflect the world. Says, "Here's a joke."
Fire!
Nothing. Never know when some acid will come in handy. It's dead. It sure moved fast for something called glacialis. It's dead.
Fire!
I have nothing. I need you to help me rekindle the spirit.
A living man cannot hold the living flame, and it is the spirits of the dead that light the dark.
Did you help make the stream made in the mysteries of the deep?
I work in metal and shape with flame. The living have no place upon my anvil. Whoever this maiden is, she was forged by others' deeds.
So how can I rekindle them?
The flame burns here. It must burn there.
Just tell me how.
Before men had words for their grief, they learned how to bear fire. Has the light of reason grown so dark? Go, and bother me no more on this
Goodbye.
You have said...
Just steam.
What I have done, thus in metal.
It seems like the tarp is coated with something to keep water and acid. Not now.
Kisses.
Do you know how to kindle a spirit lamp?
I suppose you'd need spirits and a fire, huh?
Could you be a little more specific about how to kindle it?
I once read, a brand from a brand is kindled and burned, and fire from fire begotten. For fire, you should seek 8-3. For spirits, this place is full of them.
What did you mean? This place is full of spirit.
You know what I meant. There's a shadow the dead leave behind. Words that echo in your ears. Phantoms that linger behind your eyes. And a weight of pain heaped up on your back. Even your voice has that stoop to it, stranger. A man can carry the dead, but their place is on the pyre. Do you understand? Once you have a flame, it will draw spirits from the dead as though they were moths.
Goodbye.
Love becomes loathing if long one sits by the hearth in another's home.
Loathsome.
I've got no use. It seems to be.
It's time to make a torch. You've got the stick and the fuel. Get to it.
I don't want to damage it. It's barbaric, but hey, it works.
The burning brand you now bear is bright enough to beat back the dark, and hot enough to warm the dead. Go and make use of it.
Hello? 8-3? He's dead. Warm the dead, huh? Let's give it a try.
My embers are rekindled by my own fire, and I live again, at least while it lasts.
The dark thing killed you, and I brought you back to life. Help me destroy it, for your sake and mine.
My hate burns hot for that impurity, but my fire has grown tired, and I have given you already the gift of a burning brand.
Were you actually dead? What was it like?
Cold and dark, an empty void with no air to breathe or burn, and endless time to feel the lack of life. That is what waits for us both.
Goodbye.
You have...
The querent, still burning with questions. The fire is fitting, and from it we will draw truth. I see the end, querent. I see the living die, and the dead speak, in the gray, grim home of ghosts. I see the one with wings rising up, ready to face his foe at last. Fool, hermit, hanged man, death, devil, emperor, priestess, lover, empress. You know what waits. You know the stakes. But I know no more. Now it falls to you to give the final answer.
Neoplasm.
I have nothing to say to... A healthy tree...
Mayonnaise.
Burning one...
Death.
That's not going... Well, it's out. Shall we? Someone's sobbing inside. It's falling off the end of the world.
Why must you shine a light on Rota? In the darkness, I can't see or be seen. That is always better.
Who are you?
Outside Rota, locked inside a cage. Husk Rota, hollow Rota, keen and clever Rota. For edges and craft are all they left of me.
All who left of you? Who put you here?
When they killed my boy inside Rota, they hollowed him out and locked me in for a boy's life and a man's freedom. I took their blood, silver, and worldly wisdom and built this cage myself with what they gave me. You, of all people, should know that we plan our prisons with our own minds and shape our shackles with our own hands.
What is this place?
You rode a bug to where madness is rooted in myth amid the void. Do you think there's an atlas for such places? I'll tell you this. A carnival is where flesh rises. The grave is where flesh sinks. And here, we hang in between.
Rhoda, did you have something to do with that mermaid? Stream maid in the mysteries of the deep? I saw your name on the plaque beneath her.
Indeed. We machine men found a nymph and made of her an imago. With all our skill, we cut and cooked and cured, leaving little of her beyond our handicraft. And when men shrink from the sight of such devastation, their dumbstruck dread pays us homage.
Who is inside Rhoda? The one they killed?
No one is inside Rota now. The boy is gone. He's been hollowed out and stuffed with money.
How can you be proud of creating something so miserable?
We both know the thrills of self-loathing are no less than those of self-love. And is it not agreed that misery loves company?
Who are they?
They are we. Since I've grown and shrunken into one of them, we are machine men who take and make what we will. My cousin Atri has gone the farthest. You know him. You've known us all, and you'll hate us helplessly.
Did you mean 8-3?
He thinks his reckoning will be easier as a number.
If you're Rhoda, and 8-3 is Atri, then who's Alberic?
Who indeed?
Are you suggesting that I'm Alberic?
Stranger, a man who asks another, "Who am I?" will never gain himself an answer. He will only lose, for I can carve from you an Alberic, but never an Adam. You cease to be in God's image the day you cannot say, "I am who I am."
Is that a yes?
No, you fool. It's a warning.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down this well?
Oh, yeah. I've watched her body break upon the roots many times. Shame on the man who cannot keep such a lovely thing.
Do you know anything about the Dark Thing? Where it came from, how it can defeat it, and—
I offer only this advice. Sit sobbing in the shadows, alone and empty. Or else never look back and never look in. In those two ways, a haunted, hunted man can hide from such horror.
I don't want to hide. I want to destroy it.
Then I can't help you. No man can.
What is the mermaid's name?
We took that and kept it for ourselves. It has a value. It has a price. And we give nothing away for free. Least of all what we have stolen.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Inside Rhoda, stuffed with money, huh? I wonder.
So little left of my boy. A loss for a loss will square our accounts. And so, I name her Nineveh. Yes, Nineveh. What's happening? No!
He's gone.
Did I not warn you? Tell you to keep to the shadows, not to look backward or inward, and thus to hide from the dark thing. But you took my shadows, made me look back to my past, and made me see inside Rota again. You killed me, and now I weep no more.
There's something golden. It reminds me of her. The roots are too tight for me to reach in. Let's get out of here. Nineveh, your name.
Yes! No! Show me the blade, while the pain of my name is still sharp.
As sharp as tragedy, huh? Let's see what it can cut. Thank you. I'd rather keep...
Leave me.
It feels like real hair, but it's made of gold.
Did you really think you could cut through this knot that easily? All you're doing is raveling and unraveling the same sorry thread that's guided you through the maze of a miserable life. How many times do you need to be told? This ends at the top of the park.
Golden wings!
It's big enough to squeeze through.
Come see the lovely Teratoma. Watch her sway her shapely
What
legs.
is this?
Stare into her shining eye.
I get the weird feeling that it wants me to gulp that meat right down.
And touch her tender lips.
Bread, please.
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
It's illegible.
G is the cruelest letter for a blind man to...
Toenails.
Come see the lovely Teratoma. Watch her sway her shapely legs. Stare into her shining eye.
One more should do it. Oh, look at that.
Watch her sway her shapely legs. Stare into her shining eye.
You might want this.
Do I? We shall see. It's good to see through another's eye, though the world is still as it was. Thank you for that gift.
So,
It serves well enough, and the world looks a bit less dark than it was before.
goodbye. I can't use this.
Huh? Wing? I see you.
An empty bird. I've got no use. What did he see in the end? His last testament. It's not much.
The woman, the head, the rat, the freak, the scribe. Death follows you like a shadow, doesn't it?
I hope I'm doing the right thing.
For the last time, I bid you stand aside. Behold the wings, fit for one who would soar and glide. My last, best work.
He's dead. It didn't work. It's too far. I can't soar from here. I can't soar from here. It's too far.
Those aren't for us, silly.
How can
With
Goodbye. Not now. It worked. I don't want to threaten.
Hey, what kind of ladies do you take us for?
We're not supposed to be any kind of ladies.
Not now. Here we go again. Time to walk. Whew. salvation. What the hell happened? Ah! It's pulling me in. Ah! It's out of reach.
Don't tell me you're expecting a joke. Fine. Don't worry, it's all in your... Sometimes you fall behind. Sometimes you get up. Wow, you're really in over your... You know, the thing is, it's never clear till the end whether something's a comedy or a tragedy. If the Reverend Doctor only brings the good word, Juliet wakes up in Romeo's arms. And if he doesn't, never was a story of more woe.
Hey, over here. Thank God. I don't know how this happened. It feels like I've been in here a long time, but I can't remember how I got here. Was it you who put me here? No, I can't believe that. Don't look at me. I'm stuck in a box. You need to walk around, see where we are, and figure out how to get back to where we should. Listen, we need to reconnect. This situation, this separation, it isn't good for either of us. Mens sana and corpore sano and all that. Are you? Just take care of yourself, ourself, myself. You've got to get me out. We need to get back to her. We were so close. And then the dark thing did whatever it did. And ever since, I've just been stuck. It's time. That's not a real... I can't even... It's like a night... Hey! Much. Nothing but darkness. What are you?
A man dreaming he's a bird? Or am I a bird dreaming he's a man? Either way, I'm just a fragment of your imagination.
What happened to this place?
Life has killed the dream you dreamed. But don't worry, everything else here is dead too. That's why they call it Deadland.
Don't you mean a figment of my imagination?
Partly.
I was flying to a woman and then a crab grabbed me, and somehow, when it was all over, I wound up here. How?
I heard a joke once. I think the punchline is, carry on.
Deadland? Am I?
A headless man walks in a world of ghosts and he wonders, am I a dead man dreaming he's alive? Or a live man dreaming he's dead?
Can't you help me get back to her?
I can't even help you get back to you.
Goodbye.
Fare far, if that's your fate.
Did you miss me? Sadly, we're stuck together, like a canker in a rope, et in purgatorio ego. Trust me, my lot's much worse than yours. To be stuck at your stumbling pace, sharing in your shame, unable to abide or abort, to forgive or forget. Familiarity, my fool, doth breed contempt.
Human skulls in another kind of shooting gallery, except without any... I can't read... It's not long enough. It's the wrong... Is someone there? Or is it just the wind?
If.
Tempting. Hello? It's part of... It won't budge. You look just like me. Two men can look the same, and yet see very differently. No, really. Are you me? A stranger asks a blind man, "Who am I?" But how can he possibly expect an answer? Wait, tell me your name. Yes? I don't know. You see? See what? That you are begging the question. Well, what's your name? The dead know they have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten. It's not just you. Everywhere I look here, I see us. Ego of egos. All is ego. You really don't know your name? Well, I remember the name Gershom, but whether it's mine, or yours, or both of ours, I can't quite say. What I can tell you is, a good name is better than a fine perfume. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need a work order. Peeking ahead? Or have you guessed that what has been done will be done again? Well, if a fool wants to break free of a glass house, he only needs to throw a stone. Do you have any meat? Or bread? No. The fool folds his hands together and eats his own flesh. What are those quotes you keep spouting? The assembled wisdom of worthless toil. Listen, I was trying to get to a woman, and this thing, this dark thing, it became a crab, and I think I killed it, but somehow it sent me here, wherever here is, and I need to get back to her somehow. That much I know. The dead, who have already died, are happier than the living, who are still alive. There used to be a tree here, and an old man. What happened? The wheel is broken at the well, and days have lengthened like a shadow. No, really, where are we? And what happened to the carnival? Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions. Why can't you just... Because fools multiply words, while a man worn by wisdom knows there is nothing new under the sun. But isn't you ask, for in the realm of the dead, there is neither knowledge nor wisdom. Even if you can't tell me about death, at least tell me how to get back to her. There is a time to search and a time to give up. What if I'm not ready to give up? Pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them. Why are you letting that snake thing drip venom on you? When I could see, I saw a tree with a snake and thought it the tree of knowledge. So I sat and hoped to learn. Now I'm blind and have nowhere else to go. Have you learned anything sitting here? Yes. I learned that in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. What happened to your eyes? Did you feed them to that snake thing? No, I looked the wrong way for wisdom, and the bitter poison I saw left me blind. But in time, I learned that while the wise have eyes in their heads and the fool walks in darkness, the same fate overtakes them both. I don't want your pity. I want a way back to her. The sun rises and the sun sets and hurries back to where it rises. Even a fool knows that if he wants to go back the way he just needs to retrace his steps. So what is the fate of blind fools and wise men? Chasing after the wind. Is there anything I can do to help with the snake? Once, I think, there was a woman who caught the snake's venom in a bowl as it fell and spared me some suffering. Now I wonder if she was just or whether she became the tree or was the tree all along. Is there anything I can do? If you... Are you I have not... As I said... Goodbye. Remember, for there... Your... They were helpful last time.
Well, I'm glad we're seeing eye to eye. That's not funny.
How thoughtless.
Good for the... whatever that is.
My tooth!
Tooth?
Plan. My finger!
Finger. It's illegible. Let the G be... Alas! Allele! Alleluia!
My ass!
You can't fool me into writing vulgar... No need to dishonor the dead. Wish you were... I'm not a blacksmith. No need to... There's some kind of building where the crab was, and a bunch of mirrors. Is anyone there? 8-3?
Atri, that is my name.
Why have you called me?
You said your name was Atri, but in another place. I think I knew you as 8-3.
Atri died, so that 8-3 might live. So, there he was, and here I am.
So you two are the same person.
How many lives, how many selves have you scattered across this place and the other one? You should know by now that every man contains a multitude, and life is a process of elimination.
So Atri was eliminated?
In time, a man's name becomes the sum of his shames. It turns poisonous, it shrinks him, and sickens him, until he thinks the whole world is made of poison. And then he thinks, better to come of age again, to be a number, the sum of primes, highly cototient. Yes, there's safety in numbers. And so poisonous Atri is left behind, and industrious 8-3 soldiers on.
You were one of the ones who did whatever it was you did to Nineveh, aren't you?
And you're one of the ones who blames the doctor for the sickness he couldn't stop. So here in your head, you've painted me a poisoner, and a freak, and a dwarf, and a number. So, which of us makes monsters?
What the hell do you mean, I make monsters?
I am but a walking shadow. This is your game to play. You picked the pieces, laid the board, and made the rules.
What did you mean when you said, here in my head?
You walked through your mouth to get here. Where else did you think we were?
I thought we were in Deadland.
Where could the land of the dead be, other than our memories?
In another place, you, or 8-3, made things for me. Can you do that for me here?
With what? I have nothing but my own burning shame. And even here, no work is done without an order.
Can you make me something?
With what? I have nothing.
Goodbye.
A funny once. Is that really... It is a tool, not raw material.
Can you use this?
Put something I can work with on the nodule first. Put something...
Here goes nothing. Just missed it. When am I going to hit the bottom? What bottom? What the hell? You?
Yes, me. Now listen. In the world of entomology, an imago is an insect in its final mature state, typically winged. In the world of psychotherapy, however, an imago is an idealized mental image of another person, wielding great power over the psyche. Power to unify the fragmented body, Lacan writes. In Latin, of course, the word means image, or echo, or phantom.
What are you talking about?
Whichever it was that you sought in the pit, the last stage of growth, the idealized person of another, or a ghost in the dark, I advise you to look up, not down in your search. You can fall to your end, but not to a proper ending.
Wait. What does it all mean?
Brother, we cicadas crawl through the dark earth for 6,000 days, just to fly for a few brief weeks of light and love. You ask me what it means. I tell you, do not waste your wings, and do not spurn the mana you are given.
I can't just pick it up with...
Who would have that sweet balm of Gilead? Some visitor gently rapping, tapping, nothing more.
There's no...
In this head, by horror haunted, where you tremble, shamed and daunted, there is something you have wanted. One thing only, nothing more. Waiting here, within a bottle, the promise of surcease of sorrow, a vague and no tomorrow. Will you take it, we implore?
Yeah.
Take it, we implore.
There's a bottle labeled Balm of Gilead. It's empty.
Oh, blind stranger, thought you in this place of danger to find some friendly face or welcome manger, some escape within a drawer? Fool! There is no balm, no calm, no Aiden. Gilead is gone, and so's your maiden. So keep this pain inside your cranium and bear its burden evermore.
Might just work. Ah, well done. I can't use this. Are you sure you? I have not. As I. Is there any? The cup and my head emptied. Goodbye.
Is.
Tooth? I don't need another. My finger. It's a
Two.
It's poison, not a. Thank you. Could you put the bottle back now?
Wait.
I feel like a waiter. It won't budge. Are you sure? I have not. As I said, goodbye. 4. Could you put the
Is that what you think you are? A poor martyr caught in the coils of circumstance. It should be her beneath the snake, succumbing to the drip, drip, drip of a death you cannot stop. Naive indeed, but you'd rather paint yourself a victim to blunt the pain of failure. The truth is sharper than a serpent's tooth, isn't it?
That's not. Can you work with that?
Oh, yes. Only black bile defies my craft. This is what's left from intellect gnawing at the roots of wisdom. From it would come something incisive. You need only give your order. his tooth fit for one who would bite deeply.
You always come back to the knife, but has it ever helped you? Were you ever able to cut loose from misery, to strike a blow against your demon? Never. Dull, dull, dull.
It's not. It looks a little like me. Or maybe I should say it looks like a little me. A lot like a little me. I feel like a waiter.
Me.
I'll just give him a little poke. It's poison. Here we go again. I don't have anything to say to...
I have Did I not say every...
Their faces, we deceive, and in the end, we do not... I liked him more with the grin.
Hey you! Or is it hey me?
Neither. We're all fakes. Who are you?
Just think of us as fragments. Masqueraders.
Fakes. Masqueraders? You don't even have masks.
If your friend the cicada were here, do you know what he'd say?
Mask. From the Latin, masca.
A cover for the face. A specter.
A nightmare.
And we all have nightmares here, don't we?
Onkos was the Greek word. It meant the mask worn by an actor in a tragedy.
It also meant a weight. Or a burden.
The mass of misery that hangs on the head of one who suffers.
And we all have burdens here, don't we?
Can you take off the mask, set down the burden, wake up from the nightmare?
That's what you've been doing.
Your mind is a matryoshka.
But be careful. What's underneath could be worse.
Worse? Sure, we put on masks for a reason, don't we?
Maybe under all those layers of overcoats, there's only a dead rat.
And what if there's nothing beneath? Can you help me find her? The woman. I know you know who she is.
Sure thing.
Walk up the track. Do it yourself.
That's the whole problem.
It's not a pilgrim's progress when you hitch a ride.
But you've still gotta get past us.
Get past you?
Sure thing.
Just need to look us in the face.
And say please.
Where are the carnival? My head? Why not both?
A Coney Island of the mind.
Please?
Sure thing. Just tell me this. Do you remember what you called me? The man you were?
I called you a hanged man.
Why?
Because we were already condemned. We just didn't realize it yet. And how about me, the man before you? What did you call me, do you remember? I called you a hermit. That's not true. You didn't give me any name at all. Well, then, now it's my turn. The you who is to come. What did you say I was? Remember? I called you a hermit. You gonna tell me why? You really need to ask? Because she's gone.
Well, that's that. Maybe you'll do better at looking yourself in the face up there.
Up where?
You'll see.
Hopefully that hike won't repeat. I think I'd rather hit the tree again. I'm sick of being watched. Not bad. Huh. For once I did something right. I'm sick of... It's not... Only 2 rocks left. Just enough for what needs to be done. Here we go again. Well, last one. Oh, look at that. In we go.
Please write your name to...
There's no switch. There's no switch. Hello? Hello? Well, I guess it's an eye, not an ear. So, what do I write? That's it, isn't it? Your name. Ha! Well, I wasn't planning on going back anyway.
The man who takes the right path will find his cup runs over, while he who goes the other way will, by and by, be left with nothing.
It's out of reach. Whew, strong stuff. Well, it worked for Alice. Oh, my head feels strange. Again, where is it? What the hell?
All right. Ever heard of the mirror mark test? Eggheads use it to see if an animal really knows itself. You put the thing in front of a mirror, and you put a mark on its forehead. Then you see. Does it understand the animal in the mirror is its own reflection? Or does it just get mad and lash out? Everything from God to Corvids have passed it. And yet, here you are. Oh, so you don't like the mirror? Well then, let me give you another mark to work with. Ravens mate for life. Actually, most of us birds are monogamous, which means that thing you humans find so romantic, you're not spotting yourselves in swans and turtle doves. You're admiring the avian in humanity. It's the closest you'll ever get to flying, really. Only a fool thinks he needs a broken mirror to reflect a broken man.
Mystic, sacred, mythic, profane. And so the wheel turns on.
Hello? Hello?
But from our teachers we learn pareidolia. Our vision warps until we see nothing but distorted versions of ourselves in every stone and socket. And when one sees his sin etched in every inch, he's left with no choice but blindness.
Did you think I was full? That I was gone? No, I will hound you until I swallow your world.
Too slow. Always too slow. A little broken glass never hurt anybody, right? No more.
I already told you, you need to go the right way to fulfillment.
A ladder? That wasn't there before. Funny. No bottle down here. I don't want to touch it. I can barely even... Well, it's progress. we're getting there. Almost got it. There. What is that? You know, someone once told me the man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. But what else am I going to do? I did it. I made it back. Don't worry. I'll get you out of there. It's not even locked. I'm here. What? What is that?
Oh, this is always my favorite part. Like I told you, you always drop the ball at the end. No! Don't bother. I'm already inside your head. You know that. I've always been watching you squander and ruin every single good thing in your life. Did you think you could win? Idiot. Take a good look at the setting you made for our little escapade. In your heart, you knew this was a carnival game. You knew life was a carnival game, rigged from start to finish. It was never a matter of winning, just a question of how much you would lose before you realized it was time to quit. Well, ready to quit yet? Yet, argues your whole life, running from that dark thing always just behind you, like a black dog, hungry, angry, and you fed it, didn't you? Let it grow big enough to swallow the sun, didn't you? And now there's nowhere left to run. I've fallen, I guess. They're too heavy. That's the thing with shadows. You can never escape them, unless you go into utter darkness. But you failed even at that. Too worthless to even quit while you're behind, let alone to win. You really thought you could save her from that dark crab that had her in its clutches. After all, a man is meant to be the hero of his own adventure, but not you. You are just a husk.
They don't have a... I can't move with this noose or... That won't help. I can't move. You, of all people, should know the playwright's truth. Death is never a tragedy. Death is where a tragedy ends. With nothing but masks and metaphors, excuses and equivocations, and a woman always just out of reach. I don't want to. What do we make of a man who plays a deadly game, but only when the rules say he can't die? You're worse than a pawn. A sacrifice can't save your queen. And even if you reach the end of the board, she's not coming back. And it's all your fault. Failure. This is starting to feel like... But not quite. Now, you're going to think I'm telling you about Jamais Vu for the first time. No matter how often we've already had this conversation. It's when you've heard something before, been somewhere before, met someone before, and yet it feels completely unfamiliar. If a man writes death 1,000 times, he starts to wonder, is that even a word? But it is. Oh, how it is. Now we're getting somewhere. No. You're on a journey to nowhere, and you're wearing yourself to nothing. Do you really think you can escape me?
I've got you.
I did it. I made it. But the dark thing, it's right behind me. There is no
dark thing, you liar. These symbols are evasion. Crows, crabs, clown, this grab bag of myths and masks and make-believe. It's all an evasion. She's dead. Do you understand? You can't talk your way out of that. You can't cut your way out of that. You can't imagine your way out of that. This figment, this fragment. Savor all you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. She's a fake, and you're a fraud. You already failed. You didn't save her. You can't. She's dead.
This whole carnival is a lie. A funhouse mirror. Because you're too ashamed to look in a real mirror and see who you really are. You know I'm right. The only thing in your whole damned adventure that's ever been true is what I've been saying. I am your mirror. He's right, isn't he?
He's telling you facts, but what a mirror can show is a dim reflection at best. Our lives, ourselves, they're more than just facts. They're truths. And all those symbols let us see the world's truths through the eyes of another. As a lover's eyes show us our own bright self. You saw me, and I have never stopped seeing you, my love.
But are you dead?
Yes, dead. Not gone. I'm here, aren't I?
And that shadow of me, he's here too.
If there's a shadow in your mind, it's because there's a light in your mind to cast it. You thought I was the light, but it was always inside you. I saw it. The whole world is full of lights, shining in the darkness, like the sky is full of stars and the field is filled with fireflies. You thought I caught you as you fell through darkness, but you were the light I saw. We caught each other. In here, out there, our light is still shining. And now, once more, you need to spread your wings and fly toward that light.
How? Every time I've tried to fly, I've crashed, and now the wings are gone.
You have what you need, my love.
He has nothing, and he will fly nowhere. Beyond this gloom in which you're hiding,
There's just reality, as hard and sharp as a knife.
Out there is what you're running from. Your black dog, your dark thing, your shadow. We are the reflection of a life you can't look in the face.
Don't look it in the face, my love. Look it in the eyes and soar. It's time.
You know how this... Never. I'd rather hold up.
This was never about saving me. Goodbye, my love.